Right. Good afternoon. Like 1 week without uploading videos, almost. Well, I've been able because I have been working at the school. As you know, as I have said before in the first video, I'm a teacher who wants to practice English. That's why I'm doing these videos. So the book I'm gonna talk to you about today is one from one of the authors that I have. I don't know how to say that. Like, I've wanted to read it a long time ago, and I haven't been able to. And I read it because one student of mine gave me the book. I am thinking about buying, of course, other books about this author, but the one I'm gonna talk about is like a compendium. I don't know if it's correct to say that. It has like some of the works of this author together. It's one. It's a bit old because like one century. He was from the 1920s, as good as I know, and he had written about horror, especially spatial horror, and it's so famous actually. And he writes in a way that really makes you feel afraid, right? Like you are reading and suddenly something happens, you're like, oh my god! It makes you jump, it scares you, takes the tongue out to you, right? So it's actually Howard Phillips Lovecraft. This book's actually in Spanish. I am thinking about getting his literature in English. But what can I talk about this? It was really, really nice. Oh look, it has even a dedicatory from the student who gave it to me. Really beautiful, really sentimental. It's a really nice book, and I mean, because of this book I started to read since June last year. It was like the first book I have read since well, yes, I have read since I started reading like with order, right? Like doing it each day, doing it as a routine, reading as a routine. I didn't used to do that. I read like 2 books per year once ago. Now I am actually with the book I'm about to finish. There would be 39 books, and I don't know. I think that because of this one, I have rediscovered how funny, how nice, how important it is to read. But well, okay, I'm gonna talk about what is important, and it's about the book, about what the first impressions of Lovecraft. I have read before the strange case of Charles Dexter Ward. I think is the name. I'm not totally sure if it's the name like that in English. And there is this one that is the Dunwich Horror. There were 2 novels I've read before this one about Lovecraft, sorry. But from this one, I have to say that this name, The Whispers in the Dark. Oh my god, that story was really, really nice. And as I said at the beginning, Lovecraft has that power to make you like jump whenever something weird happens, something that you are not expecting. And in this case, the end of the story was something like, oh my god! I mean, I finished the last line of the story and I literally jumped. I mean, it was totally unexpected. It afraid me, and it was really, really nice. A really, really nice book. The way he narrates, unfortunately, as I said, this book is translated into Spanish, so it's not the same to read it in the proper language, in the proper native language of Lovecraft. But anyhow, it's really good. There are some stories I haven't been able to understand. That's a thing with Lovecraft, that sometimes he narrates things that are not easily understood. The name was well, actually, the battle that finished the century. So it was like something really weird, something really strange. I didn't understand that. They talk about like a battle in the space, but I didn't exactly get it. There is one about Cthulhu that is one of the favorite monsters, I think, from Lovecraft, if not the most popular. Yeah, of course it's the most popular thing because he's the one who lives in Earth. What can I say? If you want to have like a nice like, stop saying nice, like a nice reading, a nice horror reading, I really recommend you to read Lovecraft. yeah, I know it's from other time, from other age. It's, as I said, from the last century, from the beginnings of the last century, but it continues being astonishing. If you want to have a really horror experience, to travel through some different and unexplored worlds, that would be Lovecraft. Lovecraft would be your best option. I mean, it's really, really nice. I done the comparing Lovecraft with Stephen King because both authors are pretty awesome. They have their way to do things in their own, but Lovecraft is really, really amazing. I cannot wait until I read one of them in English. I haven't been able to get one of those books in English. I mean, but I'm sure the first one I'm gonna get is gonna be the the Chuchu's Myth, because as good as you know, it's one of his most emblematic novels. Yeah, novels, works. And sorry, wait a second. Alright, sorry for the interruption. But yes, it's one of the most recognized works from him. And fourth, it talks about the most love, the lovest. Ah, okay, the monster that the all people most like, right? Like the most. Sorry, that's Lovecraft. Love the most. Yeah, hi. So the point is that he writes in a different way because he's from other age, as I've said before, but it still can make you feel afraid, right? I mean, doesn't matter what. It's a really nice book. Well, this one is a really nice, and I appreciate this a lot because of what I told you. But I mean, Lovecraft in general, the 3 books I've read from him have been astounding, really nice. Always something weird happens, something that you are not expecting, and because of the fact that it's not always like good and evil, there is no like there is always like something really neutral, right? So my bloody god. So it's like the end is always unexpected. Everything that happens is, it's usually unexpected. Not like the common horror stories that you go through the story and you say, oh, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, and exactly it happens. That you know when the villain is gonna appear, when the assassin is gonna kill someone, when someone's gonna be trapped and killed later, and things like that. No, it's totally different. He narrates in a way that's totally different. You don't expect the things that are gonna happen. You don't expect how the go things are gonna happen, because sometimes he gets so gore, so nasty, so yeah, right? But pretty awesome. I really recommend it. And well, as all the people from YouTube say at the end of the videos, please, I feel a bit weird, you know, I feel a bit weird doing this because I haven't had like an experience doing YouTube videos showing my face and talking about something. I feel really weird about that. It's like something, yes, like that, really strange. But I think that's the one of the best ways to practice English. Fourth, I can review my vocabulary, the pronunciation, and fourth, and if we go further, there could be someone who comments the videos and say, hey, you have these, you are mistaking these, you are saying this wrong, and etc, 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 etc. Right, sorry for the long videos. And well, yes, please subscribe and press the like or something like that. That's it. Goodbye.